Yo, welcome. Here's the thing, sports episode 4. Mike, how you
Back.
doing?
I'm doing fantastic today, Keegan. How are you doing?
Well, I'm feeling great. Big reason why. I'm watching the Red Sox game right now, and they're up 12-0. Jarren Duran, his first big league homer.
That's good stuff right there.
First inning. Why do I feel like they haven't worn their road grays in all year?
It's always the blue.
Yeah, Nick Pivetta right now is wearing gray, and I don't think I've ever seen that color. Also, he's trying to grow some facial hair, but it kind of looks like me trying to grow facial hair. So I respect it, but it's just not at that level.
Also, Jarren Duran with his first career hit on the first pitch he saw off of Garrett Cole, which is also good stuff.
Garrett Cole's soft. Here's the thing. Playing 6 innings was the worst thing to ever happen to the Yankees because they finally beat the Red Sox, but now all of us idiot Red Sox fans can say that they had to play a Little League game to beat the Red Sox. And then on Sunday, did you see the whole laser pointer thing?
Yeah, that's why I said it in the text. It's like a whole bunch of wacky stuff coming out of the Bronx. Like, what's going on here?
That's what I'm saying.
People are throwing baseballs at Alex Verdugo, and there's laser pointers in the crowd. Like, what are we doing here? Come on.
Yeah, so they don't play the first game. They play 6 innings of another game. So that's what, 15 innings lost? Or no, it's 3. So 12 innings lost.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to talk. So Red Sox were supposed to play 36 innings of baseball.
Yes.
And they only played 24 of that, which is 67% of the series.
Yeah.
And the whole rain thing, why can't you just continue the game the next day?
What time was the game on yesterday?
It was on yesterday. It was at 1, but on Saturday when they played the 6 innings, it was a 7 o'clock game. Well, so then all they had to play was 3 innings. I say you just next day be like, hey, let's move that 1 o'clock start to 3 or 4. Let's play our 3 innings at 1. Because the Red Sox Yankees, they need to finish that series. They need to play that out.
But Yankees had the lead. I swear the umpires were against the Red Sox in that game too. I know I'm sounding biased, which I am, but I mean.
Well, it's also every game is a nationally televised game, and all the national networks love the Yankees. ESPN, oh my God, that is a home broadcast for the Yankees. ESPN, Matt Vasgersian, and Alex Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez is still getting checks from the Yankees. How is that even allowed?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Not quite sure.
Big story in baseball this week is Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, said that they're going to heavily look into eliminating the shift, as well as getting rid of the COVID rules that were 7-inning doubleheaders, and the other one is a runner on second base and extra innings. So, Dorsey, my question to you is, what are your thoughts on those rules? Do you want them gotten rid of? And your thoughts on the shift?
So, I look at I'll start with the extra inning, the runner on second. I get what they're trying to do, trying to speed up the extra inning games so they're not 19 innings long. But in a way, it's frustrating, especially if you're a pitcher, because you're starting with a guy on second when you're going into a fresh inning with no outs. It's just like giving up a leadoff double. No pitcher wants to give up a leadoff double. By the way, it's 12-1. Glad he's single. But I mean, that's kind of my thing. It's hard on the pitchers. Am I for or against the rule? I don't know, because again, making the game go faster is always nice because baseball games tend to go slow, especially when you do have relievers in. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that they were growing on me. However, the league is discounting 7 inning games, and I think if they're going to do that, they need to play them out.
Hmm.
Because I think doubleheaders are one of the coolest things in sports because it is the only sport that does that. Basketball, hockey, football, soccer, they cannot play 2 games in one day, either by choice or by physical ability. I don't know, but baseball players can. They can play 2 games in one day, and it's the coolest thing. My dad and I once saw a Paw Sox doubleheader. We were there all day. And while that may sound torturous to some people, to a baseball fan, being able to just sit in a ballpark and watch baseball for like 10 hours is a dream. And like Madison Bumgarner threw a no-hitter this year in a 7 inning game, and the MLB is not counting it. I think if you're going to discount it, go back to 9 because I want those stats to matter and I want those achievements to be recognized. So, yeah, go back. I like true doubleheaders, the 9 innings, and then the runner on second thing. That's a gimmick. That's a gimmick that needs to go away because, I mean, how do you even score that? Like, it's not an earned run. It's just there. And it's foolish. It's silly to me. It's a gimmick because the pitcher did nothing to deserve that guy, and he cannot record a hit and lose the game.
Especially the strategy of scoring that runner. It completely changes. You're going into a fresh inning, but it's like, okay, if we sacrifice bunt, he's on to third. Then we sacrifice fly, he scores.
Yeah.
And and you still get to bat.
It's just a stupid rule. I think it's this week Michael Greenberg on ESPN had a big thing about penalty kicks and how it's a stupid way to decide a soccer game and how that is really contrived and has nothing to do with the game. And he was like, if you like the second baseman rule, the second base runner rule, how can you like penalty kicks? And that's a good point. It's just contrived. It's gimmicky. It doesn't follow the game. It ruins the flow. And games are not really speeding up all that much. I'm sure if you looked at the stats, like that runner on second thing, I mean, it's not really speeding up games. Like the Sox played what? They played a 12-inning game this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it went 13. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's silly. And then the shift, I think the rule should be you have to have 2 infielders on each side. It doesn't matter what their orientation is, but there needs to be 2 on each side because the shift it was a cool thing. It was. And then people took it too far, just like most things in life. It's fine, and then people take it too far.
Yeah, when you first started seeing the shift, it was, oh, that's really neat. But when I look at Jerry Remy, he started commentating and said, oh, well, back in my day, that's a base hit. But nowadays, or the other way around, you hit opposite, you go to the opposite way, ground ball to the infield, it just trickles into the outfield, there's nobody there. And that's a easy routine grounder, but there's no one there because of the shift.
And the biggest thing that has always left me baffled is why are guys not just power bunting it to third every time? Because that's what I would do. Like Alex Verdugo exploits the shift more than anyone I can think of because he just hits ground balls or line drives to the left side of the field as a lefty batter. And it's just like there are so many. It's interesting because it puts more pressure on the pitcher to do well. It puts more pressure on the fielders to make better plays, and it promotes offense, which, let's face it, people like offense in baseball more than they like defense. And I think if they're really trying to maneuver their game and engineer it toward an offensive scheme that has more fireworks, a base hit is a ground ball up the middle. That's one of the best. I mean, it's an everyday, it's a great little piece of hitting that can turn into a run or turn into something big.
Keegan, you got your winners and losers for this week of baseball. I know we didn't do it last week, but we had some other, we had our midseason awards. So this week we do have Keegan's winners and losers of this week of baseball. Go.
All right, my big winner is, ironically enough, the Toronto Blue Jays. They've won 4 straight. They have a plus 95 run differential, and they are a scary good team with a scary good offense. However, their pitching has been suspect, and that's why they're in that position. A prime example of that, right now, they're losing 12-3 in the 4th inning. They gave up 11 in the first. Or no, it was 8.
8 in the first, and then 4 in the second, I think.
I mean, come on. Like,
what are you doing?
So that 4-run or that 4-win is probably going to break unless the Red Sox just absolutely fall apart, which right now it looks like.
Well, they kind of are doing a pretty good job of it right now.
Yeah, it's now 12-4. So maybe I won't speak too soon. So the Blue Jays, big winners. My big losers are, oh, man. Yeah, the Texas Rangers have lost 5 straight. The Texas Rangers, there's really not much going for them currently. They have a run differential of negative 82. They're winning 38% of their games, and they're 20 and a half games back of the AL West leading Houston Astros. And so the Rangers they've kind of just mailed it in for this year. Really, the only bright spots that they have are Brock Holt, and that's it. Brock Holt, he's the man. I love him, and he's on the Rangers, and yeah, he's really shaping up that team. I think he's money, so he's doing okay.
No comment.
Just a little Brock update for everybody who wants to know.
I do want to go back to the Blue Jays briefly because we've talked about it countless times, I think, now in our reboot session, that they have no pitching. It needs to be fixed. They have that plus 95 run differential, but right now it's dropped 8 points because their starting pitching gave up 8 runs in the first inning.
Yeah, and it's just the biggest example of defense wins games is this team because they are hitting very well. They're leading the league in the whole Major League Baseball, not AL, NL, the league in OPS. They are first in slugging. They are, their on-base percentage is not the best because they hit a lot of home runs, so they don't really stay on base. Yeah, but let's see. What's their batting average is probably up there. Yep, they're first in batting average, and they're first in home runs, and they're fourth in RBI. Now you go over to the pitching side of it, and as far as ERA goes, they are just about in the middle for ERA. They're 19. And then in WHIP, which is walks and hits per innings pitched, they are what are they? 12. So take that as you will. Statistically, they're bad. Their pitching's bad. Their hitting's really good. That's it. And just so everybody knows, a little Brock Holt update.
Oh my God.
Because people want to know.
Do they, though? Do they really? Leave a comment down below if you honestly care about what Brock Holt is doing for whatever the hell team he's playing for. Because
He's got 34 hits, 49 total bases, 9 doubles, 2 home runs, 15 ribbies.
2 home runs. 2.
Hey, he's got a 306 slugging.
Wow. Oh my God.
Hey, he's making it happen, man. He is making it happen. He's playing good defensively. He's been playing a lot of third base.
All-star snub, I'm telling you.
Seriously, 48 games at third base. I mean, one of the GOATs, really, just the GOAT.
Yeah, right. All right. So baseball week concluded, I think
Okay.
we can say.
Yep.
Thanks so much for watching. I can't even speak. Keegan, anything you want to say to the few people watching?
Yeah. Pay attention to the Instagram story. We're going to be posting more questions, stuff like that. And we want you to get involved. Also, watch baseball. That's it.
No. All right. Nice. Like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube channel. You can find this video and our other videos from this week in our playlist section. So these should be dropping tomorrow around 6 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure to turn on notifications so you see when we post. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.